You know what your problem is? You think everybody's like you.
Hello there, welcome back to the channel everybody. Today we're going to be talking about this fella, Han Solo, from the movie Han Solo, A Star Wars Story. Here is my DVD. I live in Asia, so I have a cool cover with some Chinese Mandarin. Both the movies, Rogue One and Han Solo, I really enjoyed those movies. They blew my mind. And I really like that they've introduced a lot of new Imperial stormtroopers for us. So we had the Mud Trooper, Han Solo, and the other Mimban Trooper. So there was two kinds. And we also had the Range Trooper too. And then in Rogue One, of course, we had the Scarif Troopers. We were able to collect the Shore Trooper, which just came back out again with the Archive series, and also the don't forget the Death Trooper, the Imperial Death Troopers as well. So I think those two movies, for action figure collectors, the assortment of characters that came with those films were super cool. This one came out in 2018, and a lot of fans have really praised Hasbro for this figure because of the face sculpt at that time. It looks pretty good, and he comes with a lot of extra stuff. He has quite a few accessories. So let's take a look at Han Solo today. Who does this remind you of? Come on, Empire Strikes Back. General Veers. Goggles. He's got his gas mask. And he's got a cloak with some lovely... It's got holes and weathering, and yeah, it's nice. I like that. Oh, and his weapon is totally different. What was it? SX-17, if I remember correctly. So I think the reason why collectors and fans like this figure so much is not just because of the accessories. It's also because of the opening scene. Han Solo is enlisted in the Imperial Academy, and he ends up failing being a TIE fighter pilot, and then ends up, in the trenches in the Battle of Mimban. If you ever read any of the literature about the Battle of Mimban, you'll know it was one of the most awful places to be. You can tell from the movie that they got a lot of inspiration from World War One. I mean, with the trenches and the mud and the gas masks and stuff. It's very reminiscent of World War One combat. By the way, there's quite a lot of weathering and extra paint on the helmet too. I didn't quite see that because when he is in the box, I mean, you can only see from this angle, but then once you take it out, you go, oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. On the side as well. His uniform is just spectacular. His articulation is very standard for that time, 2018. The only thing that I would say is his head rotation is pretty... it doesn't... he just doesn't move up and down at all, which is a bit of a bummer. The spinny table is all powered up and we're ready to go. This is my favorite part of the video. I really like posing the figures because at the end of the day, it is an action figure. Okay, that was brilliant fun. I really like the Han Solo action figure. He definitely measures up to all the hype and everything people say about him. He's very poseable. He's got lots of accessories. One thing with his gas mask is there's these two pipes that run into the back, and he doesn't really have a backpack, so to speak, but there are two holes at the back of his shoulder where you can just plug them in. And when I'm posing this guy, I will use some blue tack, and just to give it a bit more, to make it closer to his face, because I want his entire face covered, because this is, you know, like chemical warfare. I mean, that's the reason why he's wearing all this kit in the first place, right? So I don't want to see any of his flesh exposed at all. But that was really, really good fun today. Heavy Mando. Make sure you check out my last previous video, which was unboxing Paz here. And oh, this is the way. He's I think he's a little bit jealous. Right. Thank you so much, everybody, for following my videos. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you next time. And remember, trust nobody. Nobody.